All right, check in, check in. This is Joelle. I'm the Viberarian. We're doing the sound test so I can make sure everything is functioning. Give it just a moment here. All right. All right. I am so excited to be here again today. I am doing another reading. I just posted an introduction to a new deck that I'm using called the Phoenix cards. It's about past lives and energy. And all of this is coming in. There have been so many activations and downloads the last couple of weeks that have dealt with our prior selves. And so it's going from like one thing to the next thing and the next thing. And so I've got my cards still set out here because I need to go in and process everything. But I was also guided to come on to do a reading live. So my name is Joelle. I'm the Viberarian. I'm here to elevate, enlighten, and empower. This is my journey that I share with you in the hopes that it also elevates, enlightens, and empowers you too. So I have been guided to pull cards from the Hidden World deck by Lucy Cavendish, the Mayan Oracle Galactic Language of Light, which I've discussed on this channel before, and the Blue Messiah reading cards. So let me just say right now, if you are going to see Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever, you will not want to watch this video because there are going to be spoilers. I'm going to give you a pause here, and I hope that you'll come back and check out the video after you see the movie. So I don't want to spoil your big reveal, but I have to talk about it because it was very activating for me to go see it. I saw half the movie on Thursday night with a group here in Atlanta, the Amandala Collective. I think that's how they pronounce it. It might be Amandala. But anyway, I saw the movie with them, but I had to leave early. So I then went back on Saturday morning and watched the whole thing. It was hugely activated for me on a lot of levels. And so you'll probably see quite a bit of content about this. But without further ado, let me explain to you the guidance that I am receiving from that and get into the messages that Spirit wants to deliver. I only connect with the energies of unconditional love and light, and I ask that any guidance, the information that comes through me is for our best and highest good and the highest good of all. The frequency of unconditional love and truth is the vibration that I align with, and so it is. Okay, so in the movie Black Panther, it was quite interesting because there was this connection to the Mayans and the way that the story unfolds. There are these blue beings, aquatic beings on the bottom of the ocean that have been hidden from the awareness of modern man. And basically, through the disclosure of the movie, the main character is Kukulkan and the feathered serpent god. So it's very interesting because I've been to the Riviera Maya, I've been to Chichen Itza, which is one of the wonders of the world. It is one of the wonders of the world because on the equinox, there is an astrological phenomenon where you can see the sun shadow go down the edge of the pyramid, either descending or ascending, depending whether the harvest is coming down or the energy is going up. And so the main character is this Kukulkan, and he has wings on his feet. And the Mayans that he was connected to went underneath the ocean as a result of an experience with the colonial energy, the Spanish influence that came and brought disease and famine and problems to the people. So lots of energy with that. I'm going to be talking with my friend Ricardo about the movie because he's taught me so much about Mayan cosmology and the teachings of the indigenous of that part of the country. I've swum in cenotes before. And what is interesting is that I was just sharing with a friend who recently visited Tulum that when I go and swim in the cenotes, I have a dual experience. Sometimes it's amazing, it's restorative and transformative, but other times I have this feeling of like fear. And I told her that I have this fear that I'm going to be in the water and that a hand is going to grab my ankle and drag me down below. So in the movie, there is this whole world down below that you have to be brought into. And so certainly my fears were at first acknowledged and then released as I was seeing these movie images happening. So I wanted to use, as the guidance came in, the hidden worlds. I want to see what guidance there is for us about any activation that's happening for you with past lifetimes that have to deal with water, ancestors, the hidden realms, the hidden worlds, that which is hidden within you that is to come out for your healing. We are in the eclipse energies, and that is when a lot of things are erupting. And I can see it in the clients that I work with and in my own personal life. There certainly has been a lot of things coming up for resolution, for either grief or anger to be acknowledged, but for these blocks to be processed so that we can move forward differently. So I've been guided to delve into past lives as the source of some of these rather than like through the current incarnational expression. And so that's what the 7-card reading that I'm going to undertake for myself in the next couple of days will help with. And I also have some other tools. So without any further explanation, let us first start from the hidden worlds and see what guidance wants to come forward for the collective. And I'm just going to be drawing one card from each of these because these decks are pretty extensive and we would be here quite some time to go deeper than that. So let's see here. Messages from the hidden worlds, that which needs to be revealed to us so that we can process the energy differently and for our healing and understanding. All right, let's see here. Sky fire, messages, channels, and information. Okay, take a look at this. Very interesting, and it's 11. So we have just gone through the 11/11 gateway, November 11th. And yesterday, as some of this was coming in, it was 11/12/22, which is 111/222 in the American way of expressing days. So Skyfire, messages, channels, and information. See here the clouds, and you can kind of see there is an oracle's face in the middle. Definitely been to the mountains. I've been to Shasta, which is a portal to the underground realms. I see here also pyramids in the shape of the clouds themselves, that which is hidden in the clouds from our view, also being revealed by the sky watchers as I'm receiving that. And we also have tree ancestors here as witness to this energy. So 11 is conscious co-creation, stepping into awareness of the divine frequency that is you and moving into the creator force of being able to be part of it instead of subject to another co-creative dynamic that has been placed in front of you. All right, so let us see what we have here from the Skyfire. Messages and channels and information. Okay. With this card comes a new guide. This could perhaps be a literal spiritual guide who will rise out of the ancient ones and come to you to speak and share every day of the sacred things, of the small, sweet, and serious moments within our lives, to offer you signs and a language of the spirit, the symbols which you will grow in time to understand and develop and interpret so you no longer feel alone. But you know you have the ancient ones walking with you too. For within every energy of the land and of nature herself dwell the ones who once walked this earth in her glorious youth. and they come to the new humans to tell us what to do in these times of change. The information they will share is to be trusted and is never grandiose or foolish, nor will it feed into the desire to be special and separate. Their advice is nourishing and wholesome, simple and clear, profound and without pomposity. It will arise soon, and the messages will begin to flow to you. They will speak to you through the natural world, through your interactions with the elements, and they will keep speaking with you until the messages are received. They wish you to know that the next generation of Earth Keepers are here and that you have your part to play in this world. This part can lead to beauty and new abilities, and then putting them to use in the world by being of service to the Great Spirit that has always been here and will always be here. Listen, watch, wonder, for there now comes to you the messages of Great Spirit written in the sky and heard within your mind. Illumination. You are open now to Great Spirit's guidance. Receive the messages and take action as you walk the new earth. And I receive this with gratitude in my heart. It's interesting because I received a reading at the Big Psychic Fair last first of the month. I went out there and I had a reading from a beautiful woman named Vanya. And in it, she said that there was a guide, like almost a grandfatherly type energy that was speaking a different language. She did not know what language that it was. She felt maybe it was Portuguese or something, but she didn't understand it, and encouraged me to seek out if I had any Brazilian roots. So that's very interesting for me because to my awareness, I do not, but Brazilian energy has been coming through for years, including during my time in the Riviera Maya when I did ayahuasca for the first time, and it was with a Brazilian shaman teacher named Aima. Yes, Aima. And it was through the practice of Santo Daime, which is an Afro-Brazilian spiritual practice. So the connections of Brazil continue coming forward. So I received this guidance, which I do feel is indigenous in terms of my experience, coming forward now to speak to me in a different way. I encourage you to feel into who your new guide may be. And if you feel open to it, please share it in the comments. Okay, so the Mayan Oracle here, let us see what energy we have. Interestingly, my friend Helen shared with me yesterday a picture. She's down in Adelaide, Australia. Hello, Helen, you know that I love you. And she shared with me this beautiful picture of the passion fruit flower bud. I did not know what it looked like. I'm familiar with the fruit itself. I don't know if you can see this here or not, but it is this beautiful purple and white flower that's just gorgeous, just unbelievable beauty to it. The picture doesn't do it justice here. I'll try to do a reel after this so you can see these references that I'm getting as well. So passion fruit flower, this beautiful flower fractal that's here. So let's see what guidance we have from our Mayan family through the Galactic Language of Light cards. Okay. All right, we have here mystical power, poder místico. All right, and these are the emblems that are part of the Mayan counting system. And so let us see what this mystical power energy is that's coming forward. All right. These decks are amazing. They have such depth of information, which speaks to my little librarian heart. And I'm very pleased to be able to share these with you from my resource collection at the Viberarian. And let's see here. Oh, interesting. This is actually the emblem for the number 7. Which, as you know, if you've been on my channel at all, is one of my spiritual calling cards from the Divine Feminine Principle. I actually have on my 7 amulet that I received that says mystical wisdom and divinity. So, okay, for the mystical feminine energy showing up. All right, this is on page 131, which is 5. So that also is a synchronistic number for me as well. All right, so may your mystical power, lotus of light, ignite your cascading chrysalis of travel among the stars. May your mystical power, lotus of light, ignite your cascading chrysalis of travel among the stars. The qualities are mystical alignment, self-acceptance, technician of the sacred, direct connection with source, and emptiness. 7 is the ray of mystical power, the foundation of the individual self freed within the 2 points of polarity. Your soul calls forth your ability to decode the hidden mysteries. Claim your mystical wisdom by acknowledging your personal relationship to the source. Catalyze the mystical force of your 7 chakras to propel you to the region of divine illumination within. The consciousness of 7 puts theory to the test, asking for practical application of your mystical power. As a technician of the sacred, you integrate the polarity of worlds into an operant foundation. You wear the 7-pointed star, symbol of the master artisan. Combine your feelings and intellect to transmute matter into mystical consciousness. Standing in simple self-acceptance, craft a light body from the column of light in your spine. Open your lotus to the world. You are the gift. Accept yourself unconditionally. Freed from the need for outside confirmation, stand open to your full mystical power. Align with the spinning mystery of the 7 chakras, 7 planets, 7 rays, 7 steps of the pyramid, the 7 stages of consciousness conjoined. I receive this with gratitude. Okay. Whew. This is very, very interesting. Okay. There's 7 cards in this past life activation, guided to do that once again. So the final deck that I was guided to pull is from the Blue Messiah reading cards, because the beings that were shown were the Mayans were blue, because they had transitioned from land to sea. And part of the whole amphibious nature is being able to exist on both land and underwater. And so being able to exist in the upper world as well as the lower world. There are those of us here who are aware and conscious, and we are bringing in from above down to the below, and then elevating upwards as well in the infinite recirculation of source love. Okay, so stepping into this embodiment with the blue Messiah. Let us see what guidance from the blue ray, the blue beings, the aquatic world below that is revealed to us, and the hidden mysteries. I think I'll probably be pulling 2 cards for this. Card 1, card 2. All right, here we go. First card. Oh, creative spark. Sit with this activation. I am a spark of the divine creator in conscious manifestation here on this planet, bringing in a frequency of unconditional love, and my spark ignites those that it touches. We are the flame of consciousness that is emerging in the new earth, and we are passing that on, and it only takes a single spark to ignite a flame that then is transmuted and transmitted all around the planet. And I step into this power in this moment to transmute and send to you each through transmuting. Okay, that explains why I have my purple amethyst here, transmuting the energies through the collective that are lower frequency and elevating them to a higher state through my willingness to be a source container and an empty vessel for that energy to flow outwards into the world. I receive that which I send forth with humble gratitude and thanks. Okay, so creative spark. Let us see what the guidance in the material says here. This is card number 6. All right. Being creative is a courageous act of breaking away from fear and exploring your expansive soul. That is a quote by Nari, and Nari Anastasia is the author of this book. Every soul is creative at its core. The only barriers that stop creativity from flowing through you are the limitations of your mind, such as apprehension, fear, criticism, and judgment. This card represents the need to let go of any thoughts that stop you from exploring your true creative nature. Exploring your creativity is a wonderful way to witness the unfolding of your magnificent soul. Like a mirror, you delve into the deepest parts of your soul and better understand who you are, your journey, blocks, strengths, and limitless creative potential. When you choose to be creative, you walk through your fears of not being good enough and break down the walls that have been stubbornly built up over time. With every courageous step you take to explore your creative light, you gain greater clarity and insight into who you are, and you move closer to that creative, magnificent light inside you. The creator energy within you is realized, and you join others who are committed to a world filled with peace, love, and harmony. Okay. When you explore your creative light, you connect directly to source. You open gateways of inspiration that ignite your inner child and connect you to your inner truth. Allow your imagination to run wild and authentically express the light of your creative soul. The chakra is the sacral chakra, and your exercise is to explore your creative side through expressions such as painting, writing, dancing, and singing. Okay, the affirmation, I am a creative channel of love expressing the brilliant light of my soul. Yes, I am, and so are you. Okay, now this song has been running through my head for several days. If you saw my previous reading, the guidance as we approach the eclipse portal was to dance, right? So the song that I've been singing is, You make me feel like dancing, gonna dance the night away. I don't know who that song was. I think Leo Sayer or something like that. So check it out. I'll put the link below because it's a little bopper, makes me snap my fingers, right? So I'm gonna dance my afternoon away after this as well, allowing the sacral energy to flow forward so that I can expand the spark of my creativity to those who are connecting to this reading, and even those that I pass by on the street in my car that see me car dancing. Okay, so the second card, wow, okay, meditation. Look at these. This is card number 19. Interesting because we have two cards that deal with sitting in a frequency. And this electric charge that I see in this card, the blue electricity, right? So also spending time in meditation, I've actually increased my time that I allow for that in my life. So that must be also part of like the increased communication opportunity that is here for me and being shown to me through these messages and this guidance today. You'll have to understand that as I'm speaking, there are times when I am relaying the words that I'm hearing versus my own way of communicating. So it's a very interesting experience for me. So through meditation, the activation, look how energizing this is. I just see the columns of light, the activation, this blue being. So let us see what it says here for number 19. Okay, meditation is being still in the mind whilst at the same time exploring the expansive universe within. And that is a quote by Akura. Okay, you have drawn this card because your soul understands the need to detach from the outside world and connect within. Connecting to the light of truth within you may not be easy. Being still and emptying your mind from noise and mental chatter is not only challenging, but also confronting. You may experience feelings of failure or of not being good enough when attempts to meditate don't go as planned. Dear one, the best form of meditation is to simply be. Being present in the moment and witnessing the magic of life all around you. Gratitude raises your vibrational energy and naturally opens gateways within you for visionary experiences. When you try too hard to meditate, however, there is often resistance. Surrendering to the moment and releasing the struggle, you connect to source. Connecting through this space of gratitude and love, you are better able to find the truth within you. The more you embrace this internal guidance, the more you remember your divine light and purpose. By reconnecting, grounding, and balancing your energy, you fuel your body with energy to move forward. The chakras are the solar plexus, heart, and third eye. And the exercises with unconditional love and gratitude, practice meditation through the simple observation of nature. The affirmation, I allow silence to calm my mind and enable my soul to see the multitude of leaves that make up the forest. I allow silence to calm my mind and enable my soul to see the multitude of leaves that make up the forest. This is on page 47, which is also an 11. So stepping into the space where we can hear and be clearer about the co-creation that is happening and available through us. Okay. interesting for me, I tend to be highly active in my mental space. So meditating has been challenging. What I found has been helpful is to do guided meditations or to play music and things like that. But over a current period of, like, say, the recent 8 months to a year, I've been guided to move more away from that because it still engages part of the mental process, and to step into the silence, right? And to just allow whatever floats through my consciousness without judgment. When it's my list and tasks and to-dos, or something that random that comes up from what I've seen on TV or heard or talked about with someone, to let it just do what it does and then float away like the clouds in the sky, float across my vision and come back to the stillness. And so as I've been practicing this non-stimulative meditation, I do sometimes fall asleep. I call it napitation, but that's okay, right? Because that means I've also unplugged a certain level and my body then feels the opportunity to rest. So no judgment, is just being aware of what it is. Definitely going to continue. This is affirming for me that there is deep benefit to those silent times that I am taking to align with the higher divine of myself and creation, and bringing then that consciousness down into the manifest world, which is what these videos are, among other things. So very interesting, very, very interesting. Let me see if there's anything else that wants to come in. There's love in the silence. There's not judgment, there's not fear, there's not criticism, there's not anger. In the true silence and stillness of the heart, and in the stillness of the night, and the calmness within the still calmness of our waters, emotional waters, there is love there. You won't hear it until you step fully into the profound silence. Once you've been in the silence and in the pure love, then you are positioned to move into the I am, into the word that moves upon the waters and that brings forward creation. In this way, we are not then accidentally creating from the things that are contained within the choppiness when there is movement on the waters. We enter the stillness and the formlessness of the void and the quiet to connect with love, so that we bring down higher vibrational and more lovingly resonant creations into our reality and the reality of others. Okay. This is very interesting experience for me. This is a new reading. So I received these downloads. I received this guidance, the wisdom that is being shared through the mystical powers of the activations of consciousness that are coming forward in this now moment. And I hope that they also resonate with you. I look forward to seeing what the past life guidance wants to share as well. And this is stirring up a lot for me. I can even feel in my physical vessel, things are moving around after having this experience of doing this reading. So I will also have some moments of silence afterwards to sit with this and to allow it to process as well. The light in me absolutely honors and sees the light in you. And we would say the phrase namaste, but in the spirit of my Mayan connection, I will say in Lakesh, which is I am another you. all is one and all is love.